Okay, so we will first discuss about material master. But what is a material master? Material master is the basic information about a material. Okay, so how do we go about it? We go about it from logistics, material, material master. So material master basically the information record for any material or stock in a company. For example, let's say uh, MM01 PP because we want mechanical engineering material type will be raw material because we'll keep this name MM01 PP because this is material master. 01 is just our code and PP is because we are studying production planning. Select views, basic data, MRP, and purchasing, organizational levels, AA42. This is our plant. Okay. So this is our material. Okay. And material master PP config. Each material group PK raw. Now this material group is basically handling different groups, the same raw material. Some raw material will be different based on features, benefits. Okay. Yeah. And we can put in more details like division. What is a division? Division is basically your business vertical. Old material number can be put here, basic data, okay, and we can give more details. So if we talk about other areas like purchasing. Now in purchasing, we have purchasing group. For example, we'll take a purchase. Now this purchasing group is responsible for buying or procuring this stock or this material. Okay, automatic PO and source list. Now source list is basically a document that creates material information for vendors. Okay. Then MRP, very important part of material master. Now, each MRP has parts. Okay, so every part will have segments. What are those? 3, 4 segments are there. So let's actually see what this is. Material master contains information on materials. It's stored in database and it integrates from different areas of a company, different areas, purchasing groups, plants. Okay. This is how your structures are made in SAP. Okay, plants communicate with company code or report to company code, and company codes report to controlling area. Controlling area is costing area or management accounting area. So that sits on the top. Valuation area is nothing but your plant. It evaluates all the stocks, consumption, whatever operation that happens at plant level. Okay. Evaluation area report to company code. Okay. So we have two controlling areas. Now, why do we have different? There is an explanation, but we'll discuss that later. So a plant is where either the stock is created, stored, manufactured, procured, okay, and transported to and from, and it can be a distribution center also. So levels in logistics, basically, we have a client. A client can be your department or a client in SAP is a little bit different. If we look at this, we have a client here, which is 100. This is the landscape server. Okay. So your valuation is basically area. It can be different because your plant can be in a different country or a location and the currency can be different. So valuation will happen in global currencies and local currencies. Okay. So plants also have storage location. Okay, so we have storage locations for plants. Each storage location actually reports to a plant. And we have some organizational levels for material master record, like storage location, plant, client. At client, we have level, we have material number, description. So it is basically operating at a client level, at a high level, because the material can be extended to a plant. Material types can be different. It can be for different segments or industries, like mechanical engineering will have its own set of raw materials, semi-finished goods and finished goods, and others. And so chemicals will have a different set of material types. Okay. So material type is basically, it defines how uh, a type will be recorded in SAP, like raw materials, semi-finished good. Okay. And uh, every material type is also represented in a GL account for consumption, expenses, procurement, purchasing. Material types, of course, material types actually help you uh, to manage and balance and segment different stocks that are stored at storage locations. Industry sector, various industries can have material master record, but industrial sectors basically help you to define what material is made for what sector. So the users and views in material masters are many, like accounting, MRP, purchasing, QM, work scheduling, classification, costing. There are many. Okay. So there are multiple users in material master, so it's very comprehensive. So we have views. So material master has MRP views, and MRP views, if you look at it, we have four parts: general data, MRP procedure. Okay, over here we will put in ND lot size. Okay, now we'll discuss each. Purchasing group again is part of MRP 1. MRP procedure, how it will be planned. What is MRP? It's material requirement planning. Okay. And we have basically cycles for manufacturing this product. So planning time fence. Okay. Now this fence is basically for machine that requires a little bit of provision, cushion to for overhaul maintenance before the next production cycle. MRP control basically controls your production requirements. Lot size is what will be the lot size, how many products you want from the machine. It can actually put or produce in 1 hour or 1 week or whatever the period we have. MRP areas, we'll discuss this MRP area. So what we have is general data, procedure, okay. And in procedure, we have pre-order points, planning cycles, lot size data, okay, and MRP areas. MRP 2 is procurement. How it is procured? It is procured for either externally or internally. Okay. To procurement, and from procurement to scheduling, how you want to schedule your raw material for manufacturing, and what will be the delivery time. From scheduling to net requirement. Net requirement is basically how many products of a material is required for a production if there is a stock, and the balance that is remaining to be produced is net requirement. The total is, of course, gross requirement calculation if the balance is not calculated. MRP 3 is forecasting requirements, strategy group, and we have forecast requirements, fiscally variant. Okay. In planning, we have um, planning material that will be used for planning the production availability check. What is the availability check right now? We'll just keep it default. Replenishment time. Okay, replenishment for production. You can give days over here, plant specific configuration, what material will be required to produce this product. Okay. So forecast, planning, availability check, and plant specific configuration. MRP 4, bomb explosion, how bombs, bills of materials are basically made. Discontinued parts are basically about parts that are not in use anymore. Whether it is repetitive manufacturing profile that we are making, or we are in discrete or production order based um, production. Let's save it. So we have views, okay, and we've already seen all of this. Default views, yes, default can be like unit of measure. Okay, we can be that can be copied from material to material. Okay, defaults can be the industry sector, uh, unit of measure, forecast data fields, data entry fields for forecasting. Okay, so screens, we have already seen the screen of the material, and the screens are basically display like basic data on MRP 1, 2, 3, 4, organization levels, double F42. Now these are the screens, screen 1, screen 2, screen 3, and so on. Okay. Okay. So these are the screens. Every screen has segments. We have already seen that. Number assignment. Now we have given external number to the material. This is also possible. Internal is also generated by SAP. Since material is basically represented with numbers, alphanumeric numbers, alphanumeric digits can be put in, plus external can put in. The maximum size 18 characters. Based on material type, you can have your own material internal numbering range. We'll see that in the configuration. Right now, we'll just complete our presentation. Uh, Unit of measure group can have their own material type. In raw material, there can be a specific, like for example, rice. Rice actually comes in kgs. So in kgs, of course, the material type will be defined and it will have its own unit of measure. And for chemicals like gasoline, it will have barrels. So barrels will be a different unit of measure group. Okay, so based on that, we can create operations. So usage of material master, it is also used in bills of material. We'll see that. Okay. And bills of material, material master records are used at different departments. Status fields basically, now if you're actually using it for purchasing, header, MRP, then of course there are some checks in system that will give you either error or some warning or nothing at all if these checks are basically have to be taken care of. Material can be extended from plant to plant and material to material. Material list basically, uh, it creates number ranges at plant level. Material types, of course, like raw materials, semi-critical. These are some of the features that are provided by SAP. Material can also be deleted if that material is obsolete or not available. Okay. And it is then produced and saved in the database. Um, Material can be used at different levels for routing, for production, for material master records, PRTs, and it can be used for other purposes as well. Classification systems basically are nothing but segmenting different types of material master records. Okay, and over here we have characteristics maintained for material master, which is used to define a pump. Okay, material finding, yes, based on plant and code, you can actually find material based on its description also. Authorization group basically limits a user to change, create a material master based on their authorization group set by the company. Okay. And we've already seen the material master. Already we have gone through the MRP views. Okay. So you can actually go into and check all of this in this presentation, which will be provided to you. Okay. And MRP4 is done. Valuation class, basically, we actually didn't go for valuation class. It's basically used for accounting integration. Okay. Quantity structure is the combination of bills of material and routing. Okay. And this is actually used for standard costing procedures. This can be seen from decode OKKN, so we can go and check from OKKN. PPC1, double click, and we have standard quantity structure column quantity structure control. Okay, and over here we have BOM applications. You can use BOM application for various uh, varieties and segments. Okay, we can use BOM determination for various operations like process, production, sales and distribution, and so on. Okay. Work scheduling, we'll see this in detail in the next lecture. There is, uh, this is very much related with the production. Okay. So that was it for today.